Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to the Road Warrior. One thing I've found as we get older in life, I'm not fascinated by the aging process, but by how we change as we get older, meaning the things that matter to us. When I was younger, we'd get together with friends. You'd always talk about what's the latest concert, the latest movie, what's going on at work, who are you seeing, minute details like that. Now, as we get older, we spend more time talking about our aches and our pains and how we're feeling and all those kinds of things, to which I've always joked, and sorry about that, it's not joking necessarily, that we live half of our life and we manage the other half. We manage the last half of our lives. When you're younger, you just go out and live. You get an ache or a pain or something. I've had this recurring arm problem for a couple of months now. And I know I should go get it checked out. It's getting better. And again, I know it's changing because it's a muscle ache and not ruin something because it moves. It's how I sleep on it. It's how I lean on it. It's how I stretch something or do something. And again, it's just the aches and pains of getting older. Now, I could go to a doctor and get something done, probably. He's going to put me in a sling and tell me not to move it for a week. And how realistic is that? When you're younger, you don't think anything about it. You just power through it and you move on. You just deal with it. You just go on. You don't care. And it doesn't last as long. We'd gone to one of the local pizza places, Sir Pizza, recently, and got done with our meal, getting ready to head out, and the man who I think owns it, or was back cooking or anything like that, asked us how we liked our pizza, and good, thanked him, blah, 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 and he mentioned something about, had to sit down, his knees were hurting, and I laughed. And I said, welcome to the club. I said, there's not a day I get up where, if it's not my knees, it's my ankles, it's my wrists, I've got a problem right here in my thumb, the muscle's always tense, and I'm always having to do this with my thumb to stretch it. I can go to a doctor. Here's what I'll tell you. Don't do that. You're getting older. These are original parts. They're over 60 years old. They've been through a lot. As my wife says, I tend to walk a little bit hunched over these days. I'm not standing up straight and tall anymore because I can't. And my wife said, well, you have been sitting in front of a computer hunched over for 25, 30 years. And it's worse now because I never leave the computer. And I'm not in necessarily the perfect desk to sit up straight and lean back and all that kind of stuff. I'm lucky I sit up as straight as I do in the car. But when I'm in front of the computer all day, even when I've got multiple monitors and 27-inch and 28-inch monitors, these big, huge monitors in front of me and multiple monitors, and I'm still hunkered over, leaning over a mouse, leaning over a computer. It's just funny how that works. How you can't get away with it. They've always said, kids in the future will have what they call text fingers and text neck and things like that from texting on their phone. I didn't get my first phone like that until the early 2010s probably. So again, it's been 12, 14 years. Imagine doing that when you're 8, 9, 10 years old, not in your 40s or 50s. The body's just going to slump over into that way, probably. That remains to be seen. I know doctors are worried about those kinds of things. But it's funny how, again, time with friends is different as you get older. Time with friends is more about survival. Patting each other on the back. Helping each other through all the tough times and all the stuff that comes with it. Because, again, even in your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, I don't know about the 70s and 80s yet. I don't know mostly about the 60s yet, but you're honored to survive. You're proud to survive. My father turned 87 about a month ago, and it makes me feel old thinking how old he is. Because when my father had me, he was 25. And I think back to when I was 25, and, well, that was almost yesterday. I know it wasn't, but it still feels like almost yesterday. And my dad always kept telling me that he didn't feel as old as he was, and I never understood that until now. Back next week, another Road Warrior, kevinmason.us, home to all the Road Warrior videos. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Am I missing something? Tell a friend. I don't care. We'll see you next week. Thanks.